Anybody can shoot, man. We're here to answer whatever questions you guys have.
Tim, when you fought Pacquiao,
which time?
Yeah. Out of all three, which time do you think was the toughest?
Third time. Third time was the toughest. Manny Pacquiao, some apparent reason, just got really patient all of a sudden. You know, you train for a fighter to attack you, and then he doesn't attack you, and you're wondering why he's not attacking you. For some reason, he seemed faster and he seemed stronger the third time around than the first two times. So, you know, going into that fight, I thought I had the perfect game plan. You know, working with Teddy Atlas, we thought we had everything. You know, crossed our T's, you know, dot our I's. But, you know, Manny Pacquiao just was like super resilient. You know, that's one thing that he had over me, was the fact that his conditioning level was through the roof. Most of the times when I fought guys, you know, my conditioning was a lot better than theirs was. I can overcome the advantages from a taller guy or a busier guy because they couldn't stay with my pace. I was always able to. Ooh, what is that? Hey, is that the train? Hey, bro, I was always able to outwork the guys. But with Manny Pacquiao, I couldn't do that. His conditioning level was too much. So, why did I say the third time? Third time was no joke. Yeah.
Sorry, Andre. Earlier you talked about the nervousness of the fight, the mental side of it. Yeah. And you too.
That's natural.
Yeah, it's natural, but obviously, again, prior to your fights, when was it its highest and each opponent?
Mine was Manny Pacquiao. The first time I ever fought him, Manny Pacquiao. My nervousness was at its highest, honestly.
When did it kick in and how long was it?
You know what, it only kicked in, I can't stand being in the hotel room the week of, and you're doing all these interviews after interview after interview, and it becomes like super monotonous, and it's just like, they get into your head, and you got these, I call them black ninjas that come in. That's what I call them. They come in and they try to creep in. It's just doubt. You have a lot of doubt. Yeah, you start having doubt in yourself and stuff, but that was probably the nervous that I've ever been. But as soon as I got in the locker room, as soon as I put on the hand wraps, it all goes away. I know what to do. Yeah, just like that. As soon as I get in that locker room, put the hand wraps on, it's like second nature to me. So, you know, that's it. But how to deal with it, you got to stay relaxed. Everybody goes through it.
But they do come back into your mind.
You got to erase them. Meditation, baby. Meditation. Most nervous.
The nerves for me, like, would hit me in waves. Like, I'd be good, and all of a sudden, boom, it hit me like, dang, I'm getting ready to fight in 2 weeks. That's crazy. Like, I'd be at the site the week of, and I look at the billboard like, that's crazy. That's me right there. Dang. It's just, in weird moments, it would just hit you.
Which opponent, though, for you was it at its highest and where? Because it's more, like I say, it's a worrying thing, but it does come in and out of your mind a lot.
It's tough, man. It's tough. My first world title with Kessler was a certain type of feeling, you know. My fight with Dawson was a certain type of feeling. My first fight with Kovalev, second fight with, it's tough. It's tough. There was no fight where it was like this one was, you know, here and the other ones were here. It's all about the same. You know what I mean? Because like for me, I knew one loss would change my whole life.
Yep.
I know all my critics and my supporters, but my critics, they got a front row seat right there. And they playing a percentage game. Well, he won that last one, but what about this one? Then I win that one. Well, okay, well, he won, what about that one? And they feel like if they could just say it enough, at some point I'm gonna have a bad night, right? So I'm looking at them, then I look over there and I see my family, then I see all the lights, I see the cameras. So the pressure is always there. Like that type of pressure was always on my back, and I knew, like boxing is the only sport where one loss change your pay scale. Like if your guarantee is 500,000, lose one time. Hey man, we can't give you that, man. We probably do like 200 though, man. You lost your last fight.
Yep. That's how it goes.
That's the motivated me, bro. So the pressure was the same because the stakes were the same. That's how I looked at it.
Big man, is anything you guys could have changed over the course of your careers at any time?
What was that?
Is anything you guys could have changed in your career? Looking back.
Looking back? No. Nothing I would change. I think, you know, I won my first title here, not in London, but in England, against Junior Witter. I honestly studied Junior Witter for about a year. You know, I kept him on the radar because I could see myself moving through the rankings. And I always would keep tabs on people below me, fighters like a weight class below me that can creep up, and also the weight class that I'm in. And so I knew Witter was there, and it was Ricky Hatton as well. And I knew Witter had that belt, so I would study him. It would be late night, it'd be 2 in the morning. I'll be studying Witter. And I would get up and I would go run, you know, because I was motivated, because I knew sooner or later I was gonna get in the ring with him. And Witter was tricky because Witter was a switch hitter. He can go back and forth, he had hand speed, and he had punching power, and he was just very awkward. But it was one thing that I saw that Witter didn't have, and that was a gas tank. He didn't have no gas. Second half, I knew he would slow down a bit. So I knew I had to get me in tremendous shape when I faced him. This is all part of the plan. So I made sure I got myself in supreme shape. What I would do is I would train first, and then I would spar to work on the back end of the fight. Okay, I would train first, get myself tired, then get in here and have to stay focused for, you know, 6, 7 rounds in there with my sparring partner. All right, that's a technique that you can use to work on the back end of the fight if you guys are going the distance. Okay, 12 rounds or 10 rounds. All right, coaches, you can have that. Anyways.
Drugs in boxing. Like,
what was that?
Drugs in boxing.
What was it?
Drugs in boxing.
PDs.
What's that?
PD.
Drugs in boxing.
I'm gonna let you know why. You wanna know why, guys? Oh, you wanna know why they use drugs in boxing and why they use drugs, period, in any sport? Because they're not confident in their abilities. That's the reason why.
But I feel like, say now you go to the top 10 heavyweights in the world. I feel like 5 or 6 of them in their career have started boxing. So it's like, as an amateur, coming up, how do we know that whether we fight people in that ring that are on drugs or not?
Well, you just don't know if there's not drug testing going on. There's no way of changing anything. Honestly.
If you're a top amateur, you get tested by USADA, right?
If you're a top amateur,
you get tested by USADA.